disappears.
Exactly.
Well,
execution is going to be important.
We're going to find out, guys. The game is ready to go. I'll let you do your thing.
Thank you so much. Yeah, head on into game one. Best of 3, Navi versus BetBoom. As we get into the swing of things here, I also do worry about this Ursa Warrior, because he's looked like an incredibly hot carry through this tournament. We've seen Yuma pop off on it several times, because he just has this really gorgeous timing from lane to Battle Fury to Roche to Torm into swarming the map.
Ursa is probably the best carry in the current meta at playing objectives in particular. Like, SF is the best carry overall, period. He's just insane right now. But Ursa is probably the best at abusing the fact that you have to play for early Torm, you have to play for early Roche, you gotta be ready to fight around 20 minutes. If you're not able to do stuff in the first 20, then the carry is basically not worth picking. That's how the meta works, yeah.
TA looking from the outside into that upper echelon. She's up there. She's like top 3 at this tournament.
Yeah, she's very good at those things, actually. She's one of those heroes who excels early, but then falls off a bit in the ultra hard carry department. She kind of wants to win on a timing.
Yeah, whereas this Ursa, like the panel was saying, right, once he gets that Basher or Abyssal Blade, even the puck can suffer to just an immediate jump and blow up.
For sure. Yeah, the thing about Ursa is that he keeps getting stronger throughout the entirety of the game, whereas TA would have to be on a timer. This Ursa is just going to be a monster throughout the entirety.
Late smoke from both teams, as usual. Getting ready to move towards down.
Sneaky move. They got revealed. Smoke breaks for both teams. Both of them know what's going on.
Kiritich looking for any further information, because this is a move that Zayat has done pretty much every time he plays Earth Spirit. He goes in behind, places that lane ward for courier sniping.
Yeah. Yeah, he has done this several games, and these teams do their research, so if you and I know about it and spot it, then they're going to do it as well.
Yeah, because he even comes back through and like sentries a camp or make sure that you can't get any pulls going either.
I bet you he's still going to find a way to put a sneaky ward somewhere, because he's got boots. People have to go to lanes eventually. Jakiro can't really stick around here forever, so look at Zayat. He's just gonna hang around here.
It's a nuisance.
And they are 3v2.
They've rolled onto Kiritich. Damage from Zayat forces him back. They'll get the body block on the wave as well, so really nice setup there for the lane equilibrium for a double melee lane. That's super important.
You know, I think that could have been a kill had he gone for Blood Grenade in the starting build on Zayat, but he went for Tangos and Sentry, so not having Blood Grenade is very rare on supports.
Yeah, true. And in this mid lane, the old classic, Void Spirit versus Puck. A little bit of back and forth between these two heroes throughout the game, but in general, it feels overall, with item build, with the way the hero works, Void Spirit kind of has Puck's number for the most part. Yeah,
Void is typically picked into the Puck and not the other way around. Sometimes you can pick Puck despite a Void Spirit existing, but yeah, the matchup being a bit volatile is true later on. In laning stage though, Void definitely the favored.
Because Void Spirit has a ton of tools, plus Yule Scepter purchase into the Aether Remnant's really nice. Puck basically just has Coil.
Yep.
And Void Spirit, of course, has Aghanim Scepter later on, which can hurt the Puck a lot.
Yeah, it's a very natural item for Void to buy as well. You buy the Aghanim Scepter, you counter out the Puck, but you also give yourself a bunch more streamlined item progression. You get kill potential on anyone, and you tank up by doing it as well. Whereas Puck, to counter the Aghanims, would have to go Yule Scepter, something that you never want to do. Puck, Yules is an item you get forced to buy, not something you want to buy.
Some more lane dragging down this bottom lane. PMA fighting where the large cam should be. He's going to be able to drag the wave back while Zayat deals with the front.
Yeah, for now, they are not really able to fight that easily into Ursa.
Level 2 there for the Centaur. Gets enough damage onto Got the Juice. It had already started looking awkward as he'd been tagged up by Save's Ringmaster and all the daggers. He's going to pop out with a little illusion there and TP away at the same time as blocking the small camp.
Yeah, worth the block. Does leave Miero a little bit 1v2 as he has to make his way back all the way from base. But of course, Centaur is going to be very happy after that kill.
Yeah, wouldn't have been able to do that without the kill either. Getting that little funhouse mirror.
But yeah, I actually think this bottom lane might become difficult for Navi, and I've been praising every game that you and I cast Navi. I've been saying that this offlane has been doing incredible stuff in lanes where they shouldn't be getting too much done. So far, the CS is quite even. 9-3 versus 8-3 over on the Mars and Ursa. But I can see this Mars start to struggle once the pulls start coming in from Jakiro.
Yeah, and Jakiro hits level 3, and all of a sudden this magic damage over time really ticks you out of the lane. So Zayat is going to try and continually come back, make sure the small camp isn't accessible, and maybe think about even further lane dragging to get behind that tier 1.
And he has to body block up the big camp as well. He's not going to be able to do it, so Jakiro can pull the big camp. He's protecting it.
Yeah, Spirit can't really sit and trade into a Jakiro. But there is a nice wave in front of tower for PMA, so he'll just keep aggro dragging back, try and secure some last hits where he can. Basically just scrape the bottom of the barrel and find what's given to you.
Yeah, definitely a much more painful offlane though than what we're seeing from the Centaur, who's able to basically stand on the CS. Every time I look up top lane, the Centaur is standing and just farming. He's not bothered by this AA much at all. AA trying to auto-attack, harass the Centaur is going to take damage from the retaliate, so it's just a difficult lane for him to protect. Got the juice.
PMA, Fury swipes on him, does get back under tower. But yeah, I mean, that top lane, the big point, right, was that development of the draft where we saw all of Riddy's heroes get banned, and he was kind of left with AA, Ringmaster. There's a couple of options for him. Does go for the AA here to pair with this big teamfight combo they've got, but it hasn't looked particularly hot in terms of win rate this tournament. Niku down the bottom rune spot. Blood Grenade going to get phase shifted away. Another orb and jaunt, but it's not far enough. GPK picks up the kill.
Just barely not able to get enough HP there, not even with the water rune. Gonna be able to stay alive. That does mean he can get double rune as the top is being protected by save. GPK is gonna be, well, double rune. He gets the second rune.
Yeah, the 4-minute water rune rotation. Na'Vi move 1 support, BetBoom move 2, and this is the bleed out effect. They're already feeling comfortable in these side lanes, so the supports can say, okay, self-sustaining cores, Ursa and Centaur aren't really bothered by anything. We can literally do what we want.
Did get a nice courier snipe, and he's still looking for more Zayats. Does not have a ward behind tower or anything, but he's just realizing he's very good at catching these couriers. He can roll onto them. So just hanging around looking for it. I'm gonna pull the next creep wave.
And whoever's courier that is being microed under tower, make sure it's protected.
Yeah, Centaur
will drag the lane the long way around. He doesn't want to get chased down by Kataomi, who's kind of holding the pass.
And as per usual, we see stacks being made. AA is preparing the jungle a little bit for later on recovery by Sven, who's doing okay, but not that great in the laning stage. Look at the damage, dude. Jakiro does
Level 3
much
Jakiro
damage.
is solo killing Zayats. He has to go for the kickback. A little bit more damage here would finish the job. Doesn't quite land the dual breath.
Yeah.
Zayat survives and will salve. Did grab the wave, but now it's under tower, so they don't get that lane equilibrium reset that they were looking for.
Just 650 damage from like what, three volleys of auto attacks and 1 spell. Yeah, Jakiro is fun at level 3 already.
Nutty.
It's insane how much damage he can do.
And then you come to minute 6, the rune spawning up. He can just sit on this rune, protect it, 1v2 basically. Kind of difficult here for Niku to be able to refill that bottle or get the active rune. And that means complete freedom for GPK to pick his moment.
Yeah, GPK having an easier time. It's already hard to control the rune against the Void Spirit who can put down the Remnant. He is going to get the bottom rune as well. It spawns on the lucky position, so no chance at all for Niku.
No real chance here for the Dire supports to move into mid to deal with GBK, like pre-level 6, right? Now, also, he's got level 6. It's even more difficult to come and find him.
I think you just got to keep stacking, stack up for Sven, and then hope that Riddies can leech experience when Sven clears them later on. They need a Sven ulti, and he can start going through these camps. But yeah, right now, they don't have the easiest time making moves.
Overall, most important thing for Na'Vi is getting their levels. Right?
It's gonna be invasion right now, though. You want your levels. BetBoom wants to take your levels. They're gonna go for the Wisdom rune. 20 seconds until the spawn. GPK has a shield rune, so this is insanely hard to contest.
If Na'Vi lose out on both Wisdom Shrines, it is a demonic start for BetBoom.
They already realize.
You need Arena. You need Ice Blast. These are your massive tools, and they're just relinquishing control of this area. They've played up to top to try and steal, as they do go aggressive on the Centaur, with the cold feet snapping and the damage from Sven. Piero has a Lotus still to be used with that Helm of Iron Will, keeping him tanky. GPK comes in, swipes through Zayat, and a Stampede forward, gets on top of Sven. Massive damage from GPK and Miero. Got the juice down to a double kill on this Void Spirit.
Wow, fantastic early game here for BetBoom.
Double Wisdom Shrine as well.
Fantastic play from them. Dominating lanes. Ursa doing what we expect him to do, but just every lane is doing so well. Look at the CS even. All of their cores sitting at a 40 plus CS. Meanwhile, the Mars, as expected, not having a good time.
Oh, well, not much that can render me speechless. Niku just wandered into death there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he saw because there were so many people dead anyway that I
was very confused.
I guess Centaur was still low HP. I think he was optimistic
Looking for a
about
snipe.
finding Centaur and maybe killing him, but very, very difficult to take anyone down alone there.
Yeah, I did throw the coil to try and get something done. Very optimistic. And it feels a little desperate, honestly, already from NAVI. Down 5 kills, 2k net worth deficit. Looking to try and find what they can. And at this point, you're already thinking, how do we drag this game out? How do we get to this point where we can get Sven big, hold the high ground area, use teamfight ultis to zone control things?
Yeah, it's looking grim because now we're going to start seeing movement as well. We might see Kataomi make his way through the gate, start emphasizing pressure on that top lane as bottom tower has already fallen. It becomes very natural for BetBoom to start expanding the map. And that's why we see Void Spirit as well swooping behind. He's going to find Sven in a precarious situation.
This is huge. They found him. Steal all of his creeps as well. The poor little frog spawn pool has been slain and gobbled up by GPK. Save grabs the kill on Got the Juice. 6-0. NAVI are just being shut down entirely. There's another whip crack as well onto Riddies as Miro's Hellbest Smasher comes in to do the job.
Yeah, this is turning extremely desperate. They need to play on ultis now. That's the only thing they can do. They need to get level 6 on AA, give him experience somewhere, because he will enable them to kill pretty much anyone if they land a good AA ulti.
So we play through Mars?
Yeah, play through Mars, play through Puck ulti and AA ulti. That's the only way to come back from this, and then just hope they got the juice, find space and time to recover.
And that's why it's even more disastrous that this bottom tier 1 has already fallen. So if Mars, gets gone on, you kind of want to TP and react, but you don't have that option.
Yeah.
Maybe they can play into this mid lane and defend the tier 1 tower there because the assault is coming. GPK is already diving onto Zayat, looking for a solo kill. We'll poke him down to half HP.
That's a sort of awkward spot as well. I said the AA is going to need to leech experience from the camps being taken. First of all, that didn't happen. As we see Mars getting jumps, he should be fine. Got the spear ready. But since the camps didn't give him any experience, and mid is under siege, mid is normally when you want a leech experience. Look what happens
Chain
there.
stuns! I mean, this is perfect from save. We've not seen, I've not seen an awful lot of Ringmaster this tournament, but bringing it out here and showing how gorgeous it can be with the little disables you've got, the extra damage in the lane. What was he, 5-0?
He's 4-0-2, yeah, he's absolutely owning. And the thing is, he hasn't even really peaked to why Ringmaster's good this game. Like, he's playing really well early game, but a big part of why he's going to be useful is because the box is crazy good at saving against Navi's lineup. So the full potential of the hero hasn't even been reached.
Yeah, because we were looking at this thinking, oh yeah, you called it a few picks in, saying, oh, the Ringmaster's pretty good here to save against this magic damage, having that resistance with the box, the save out of the arena. And he's just showing that he's an aggressive hero, not a saving hero.
Yeah, he
pumping damage.
He's a fantastic laner. I think Ringmaster does not get enough cred in this era of seeing all these different Jakiros, Shadow Demon, Warlock,
Phoenix.
Phoenix. It's a whole lot of the same. I would say that Ringmaster is not far behind any of those heroes in terms of power early on. He is more skill dependent though. You need to land your abilities. Your Q is a skill shot. Your E is a skill shot. Your ulti, that's a skill shot. Your W, well, not a skill shot, but you need to be very on your toes about saving people. Yeah. So he is a much easier to fuck up.
They're going on to Sven again. Urn of Shadows, burning the soul of Got the Juice, down to about 30% health. GPK is going to try an astral step off to the left as Niku keeps tabs on the retreat of BetBoom. This has forced NAVI to react and bring numbers up here though, so they're going to lose out the farm trade as BetBoom can now spread their wings, get out across the map and even invade your Ancients. Kiritic closing in on that Battle Fury is getting real big.
Yeah, this is so comfortable for Ursa, and he might even find the AA. It doesn't have face boots like the Ursa.
And Zayat has also walked in on the other side to these two supports, blown up by Save. And you're right, Kiritic gets the solo kill, the takedown on Riddies.
Yeah, kills all over the board here. BetBoom have not dropped a single one right now. NAVI, they almost have the tools online, but they still need the AA ulti. Yes, you have your Mars ulti, Coil, you have all these nice tools, but without AA ulti, they can't really burst anyone due to how far behind they are. They're just out-leveled and are lacking in the DPS department, so... Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how he's gonna do it, but Riddius, you need that level 6 as soon as possible, buddy.
10-0. 6k lead for BetBoom. My panel was saying NAVI, even as the game started, have got to kind of outplay to get themselves out of lanes and into a fighting shape.
Yeah, this is a brutal start, and they're getting wrapped around on top. Got the juice, tries to farm under his tower.
Well, the Remnant misses, but they've surrounded him here. Dagger into the back of the Sven. They chase in with the ice path on the tower. They're just making sure that Navi aren't reacting. As GPK can go and dive in to finish off the job. But the Arena Spear, the turnaround here. Navi, they get the kill on GPK as they spring the trap.
Yeah, they were very cautious about how they dove him there. Definitely expecting a reaction from Navi, but that gave time for Navi's smoke move to come over there. Or actually, I'm not sure if there was more. Their move to just run over there and react, as they didn't really TP in to help. They just went over there and killed them.
And Kiritich is like, good job, everybody. Yeah, you're out there doing God's work, farming away. Well, first kill of the game for Navi.
That was a kill they got without even using the Ice Blast due to how deep the dive was. So still have the Ice Blast available.
Showing that there are no pushovers. BetBoom now maybe have to be a little bit more delicate with their approach. Don't want to throw away this incredible lead they've built up.
Wisdom, he might kick away the Ringmaster. Oh, Zayat's not going to go for it? I thought he would roll in and do the kick out. It's a way that you can steal as Earthspirit, but maybe he expected multiple heroes there.
Not this time.
If it's multiple, you end up feeding, but I think when you're this far behind, you gotta take some risks.
Niku with his item pool queued up. Witchblade into double Midas, or triple Midas queued. Is it just like a misclick thing? Because we see this quite often with pro players queuing up the same item several times.
It's memes, usually.
Just memes?
Yeah,
Shift queue the same item?
especially Midas. Yeah, Midas or Rapier, you put a bunch of them and you quick buy, like, guys, this is what we need.
Everyone follow suit. Follow along with the grand plan. Sven is starting to get his items, though. Mask of Madness and Echo Saber here, so he can definitely farm quickly. But he desperately needs that Blink BKB before he feels super comfortable entering team fights.
I think it's commendable the amount of farm he still has, despite all the pressure he's been under. He's died 3 times. He's been focused a lot. I would say like almost half the game. BetBoom have been hunting and pinpointing pressure onto him, and still he's almost keeping pace with the Ursa. Granted, uncontested, I think Sven farms faster than Ursa, so being behind does not feel good for him. And like Kesu pointed out, the matchup is just not that nice. Man fighting into Ursa is never easy. Sven wants to insta-burst people. If Ursa goes Aghanims later on, you can never really burst him.
And then in long extended fights, you've got Fury swipes. Sven is very reliant on that God Strength to just have a quick, easy burst on someone.
Yeah, but they are working on tools against Ursa, though. They have the Eul Scepter coming out on Mars. It's completed. Once he gets Blink Dagger, he can maybe catch people.
And Navi even invading that bottom jungle. Earth Spirit went ahead, leading the recon team to get some deep vision behind that mid-tier 1. So it seems like they want to try and get a catch on somebody. Kiritich might be the one that they eye up down here, but he's a difficult kill to take.
Yeah, you would have to imagine that BetBoom would react very, very quickly as well if there was a dive. Tower is healthy. They have a lot of TPs ready. Even Centaur ulti can help bail out if someone gets jumped.
BetBoom have definitely started to respect Navi a little bit more, though. No more diving, no more aggressive plays. Now starting to choke out the map and trying to play as wide as possible. Dragging that lane top with a Centaur creep, playing through mid as 3.
Kind of funny to see as well, Zayat's using ulti to farm neutrals down on the mid lane. He realized that the game is very slow, nothing is happening, so he used ulti to clear the big camp and the medium camp. So he's just kind of cutting waves, doing what he can, sniping couriers, of course. Oh, gets another one. Just a ward and sentry in that one. Being a nuisance, he's trying to basically make them, force them to make backwards moves. If you come back to deal with this Earth Spirit, sure, you may kill him, like Earth Spirit should be able to kill him here, but it takes time away from putting pressure on anyone else.
Oh, he gets denied. Well done by Zayat. That's really annoying for GPK. Having such a stellar first, 15 minutes or so, dying up top, now losing out a kill onto Zayat. But the rest of the team is making it work out. Early Roshan, 17 minutes in. And this should lead them quite nicely into that top left corner of the map.
That's nice and fast, Roche. It is slower than Yuma, though, who's been getting it at, what, 16,
40,
15
minutes?
40? Yeah, he's always been very, very quick about taking that Roche, but still starts the cycle already, and well in time for the Tormentor, so having the Aegis, we've talked about it before. You get the Aegis, you hold the advantage for Torm. They see the TP down bottom through the gate. Dire are aware of them coming through the gate.
Niku tucked away in the tree lines.
Yeah, he should
Yeah,
not be getting
tower.
caught.
Going to get denied. Zayats will roll away. And NAVI playing keep away here. As BetBoom kind of chasing ghosts the past few minutes. This Zayats guy, courier sniping as though he's playing bounty hunter.
It's so annoying. He's queuing up the blink dagger too, so he's going to go for first time. How do you have this read? It's like he knows, man. The Ursa courier was heading down bottom. Zayats.
It's like maybe next time when he had Fidam at Boston Major just going around sniping couriers left and right.
He can smell them, man. He can smell the couriers. He's got a ward on mid, so he's going to see Void Spirit's courier. He's definitely going to roll for this one.
Oh, do couriers have a certain pheromone or electromagnetic pulse or something? It's like a shark in the water. You've got some kind of sensors, the electromagnetic pits in your cheeks.
Yeah. Throws the ulti again to clear next creep wave as well. This is very, very disruptive, what Zayat is doing. He's getting quite a bit of gold from it too. I haven't seen this too many times with a
Another courier.
I mean, they have to be more cautious about the couriers. They're just sending them into him.
He's going to die for it, though. GPK will come back, and there's no Ancients to deny to this time. Especially with the heals into Ether Remnant. GPK slices him, and a kind of a sigh of relief there from the Void Spirit. Just like, okay, we've got rid of the pest, we've squashed the bug, now time to move out on the map.
That's a lot of time, though. Again, Void Spirit making these backwards moves. Sven has been farming, keeping pace with the Ursa fairly well, and Puck, importantly, got to the Blink and the Witchblade. Now the two Midases in his quick buy, will we see those be purchased as well? Not sure.
The Super Midas. Just combine all three Midases together.
Yeah, you should be able to upgrade it indefinitely, you know, or infinitely.
Infinity Gauntlet of Midases.
Yes. More Midas.
But yeah, this was a game where 12 minutes in we had a 6k lead for BetBoom. It was 10-0. It felt like it was just getting out of control, slipping out of the hands of NAVI. But all of these little delicate moves, the outplays, the reads on the map, something that we've seen them do very well at, has kept them in the game. Zayats is going to sacrifice himself to keep PMA alive. And still feels like NAVI are not really going to be entertaining any ideas of fighting, unless they have the perfect moment with a high ground hold or something. We'll just wait out the Aegis for now.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. They haven't fallen behind more despite that horrible start. And a lot of it is to this getting out on the map. And now we see a big move, looking for a pick-off. Even just a kill and save would be nice for them.
He's got a streak, doesn't he?
Oh, the spear! It's off the mark.
They don't catch the Ringmaster properly. He gets the box off. Ice Blast on the save should finish him off, though. Tries to pop through the mirror, but that's not going to save him. A mega kill streak ended as Riddies picks up a ton of gold.
Yeah, but they killed Niku down bottom as well. Void Spirit caught him with the Yule Scepter.
And now an Ice Path into a TP from GPK. Miero blinks forward with a stomp onto Sven. BKB out got the juice though, turns and swings. And a Stampede to disengage. The damage not enough to deal with the Sven, but a Yule's on the Mars will catch him in the end. The TP out, optimistic under the Kataomi Jakiro.
Rough for PMA. He missed another spear there. 2 missed spears on the play on mid. Unusual from him, but yeah, probably pretty stressed. Obviously so far behind here in this game.
And who did Niku die to?
He died to Yules by Void Spirit, setting up into Centaur, following up with a stun, I think. That was the sequence. Oh yeah, Centaur actually stunned first, and then the Yules, and then the Hypnotize. There you go.
Oh wow. GPK is working on that Aghanim Scepter next, so even more difficulties for Niku. Obviously going for this Witchblade Blink build. You said it doesn't feel natural to buy a Yule Scepter or anything like that. So what, you're going to be forced to buy a BKB as the puck at some point?
Yeah, Blink stun. Ooh, misses this time. Gets immediately silenced. Yeah, Centaur going for Blink with the Dominator and having a Centaur next to him as well. Got the Conqueror. He does threaten to chain stun you for quite a bit.
NAVI still have these moments showing they're not completely dejected in this game. I think that's been something we've seen through all those Eastern European qualifiers the past couple of years, back when they were NAVI Junior, of course. They are pretty good at just keeping level-headed in a losing game, finding little avenues, looking for that one moment where they can shine. Usually through Zayat's actions, we've seen him be very sneaky, but it also leaves him very exposed to getting picked off when the BetBoom read is right.
I think they do need to start looking for bigger kills than just the Ringmaster they found earlier, though. They have the combination to kill anybody with the AA combo. Like, they straight up can kill Void Spirits, the Ursa, the Centaur, all of them are valid threat or valid targets. So, We might see them smoke up again and look for it, but for now, kind of grouping towards bottom.
GPK starts on puck. Wheel of Wonder and Ice Path, massive damage to blow it up. PMA, a defensive arena, try to disengage from them, but a Stampede to gap close and a Remnant catching him means PMA is all locked down in that bottom area of the map. And BetBoom pick up 2 core kills, well, got the juice. He's got to BKB TP, the bash isn't coming.
What?
What? Well, it came on the last hit, but it seemed like the damage was enough regardless. But that was a long TP.
I think, yeah, did he TP to tower that someone TP'd to?
It felt long, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely long. Yeah, he started at 23:09 and he was still TPing at 23:13. Yeah, this was, he must have double TP'd where someone else did.
He's going to be blaming Zayas for TPing top then or whatever happened.
That's rough, man. That's really rough.
The layering here, so good though. Chain disable the puck, and PMA's thinking, well, what am I meant to do over in this area?
Yeah, nice Remnant onto the Mars here, catching him. Very impressive stuff.
But this is the part, right? BKB
Yeah, he TP'd top where Earth Spirit already TP'd.
Oh.
So, yeah.
And then the bash on the last hit is enough damage anyway.
Yeah, that's the funny part. The funny part where Ursa just didn't get a single bash, but like 7 hits in a row.
Yeah.
I think that's why he got a tip there from Centaur as well. He's like, what? Your bash, you're good, bro?
Yeah, are you serious? You want to drop it and pick it up again? Make sure it's working.
Or attack it a bit. I've seen some Juggernauts, you know, pump fake some attacks.
Yeah. It's cursed item. Stupid thing. It's like when Ogre Magi buys a Midas and it doesn't multicast. You're like, well, screw this thing. Go buy another one.
That's why you have 2 Midases queued up. Also, update on that. Never happened.
No.
Shivas was, in fact, what he went for instead. He's still 1,000 gold off, completing the full Shivas. I do like this a bit more than seeing a Midas on the puck.
Do you like it more than a BKB, though? Because this just happens over and over again, where you get jumped and killed. And Miero also found PMA a little bit deeper. Was that a solo kill from the Centaur? No, save was there.
I think BKB on puck is almost always a skill issue if you need to go for it. That's my hot take of the day. I think having to go BKB on puck isn't a real thing.
Okay.
You should always be able to find some other item. It can be a Eul Scepter, it can be Blink, it can be Octarine. Like, there are a lot of things you can buy on this hero. There we see a jump.
It's with the Ursa. That's fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, my hot take is that I think BKB is essentially not an item that you should buy. Yeah. I mean, it just doesn't do anything that productive. It's 4,000 gold to buy survivability on the most survivable hero in the game. And the thing about
Eon Disc or
all the other survivability items help you some other way.
Oh, this is a nice move though. They will find the Centaur with a combo, but that Ice Path, Stampede, and the BKB from Miero offering tons of protection through the Glimmer Cape and Pipe. The magic damage is not enough.
He's gonna be
I thought he was dead.
I thought so too, but quite tanky on the Centaur. A lot of HP to go through. The magic resistance with the Pipe plus the BKB and then even the Glimmer. Ultimately, could not burst him. That's rough. Very, very rough. They didn't have all their ultis for it. It was A ulti and the Sven ulti, so...
You still expect them to get it though, don't you?
Yeah. You definitely need that kill. That's very costly, so now you gotta reset again. Fortunately, AA ulti is fairly low cooldown, but with this downtime, we already see Kirtik with the DD rune going in.
Yeah, Eul Scepter to delay them, and PMA has the defensive BKB. Might not be safety still, though, as Kirtik will come in. Fury Swipe stacking up, gets the bash forward. A little grab. The grip of Zayat drags the Mars a little closer to the base, but that's no safety or respite from the BetBoom aggression.
Yeah, good offensive.
Got the juice.
Use of Euls.
Has also been scouted. Miero with save alongside. They've got the Wheel of Wonder to hypnotize up the Sven. Got the juice. Nothing left to do.
He's trying to get out on the map and farm, but just keeps getting caught. Nice wards. And they're onto the puck. Using him, trying to set up.
Well, 2-2-2 to Toulouse. 22-2. Puck might be the 23rd, but does get away.
We need Navi to get the next kill here, Gareth. For the number. The reverse.
Number.
I mean, honestly, anyone can get the next kill. It doesn't really matter at this point.
Or 10 more for BetBoom?
Yeah.
That's not out of the realm of possibility, is it?
Yeah, they'll probably be able to.
Second Roshan's up. Kataomi's going to scout it. Kiritich, the Ursa with the Aegis, a real fearsome opponent here as he is 6,000 net worth ahead of the Sven.
He's looking very, very... Oh, they even read the A ulti. Okay.
Still got clipped by it. And Radiant scanning high ground to make sure there's no like puck nonsense or Earth Spirit rolling in to try and steal. Zayat, in fact, is going to grab the Wisdom Shrine on the far left-hand side.
Yeah, Ursa with Aegis, Aghanims, BKB, this is a monster. I don't know how you go through him twice. I think they have to keep kiting, split the map. At least they went in and stole the Wisdom, Zayat's being active, and there he did a TP thing. He rolled through the side of the map and managed to get into the enemy base without revealing himself. So
the career sniping ward, huh?
Yeah, because there's vision on the gates. If we look at the little barrier, then if you show yourself in that area, obviously your enemy sees you. But if you roll off the edge of the map, you get repositioned in the enemy base, teleporting across, not showing yourself. Then he blinked even deeper. He's trying to channel all his ninja moves here to try and win this one.
Yeah, just you know, disassemble all the Earth Spirit atoms, make them reappear somewhere else. A bit of stretch and relaxation for Zayat. He's been doing a lot of heavy lifting and work this game. Like the reason that Navi haven't tapped out, I feel, is because of Zayat's lane cutting and courier sniping, actually giving them a chance to stay on the map.
If you were to get teleportation working, Gareth.
Oh god, here we go.
Say you go through a portal.
Yeah.
You get disassimilated and reappear somewhere else. It's 1-to-1 you.
Oh, you've asked me this question before.
But is it really you? Or did you just perish and that's a clone? It's not you anymore.
But this is where we get into that whole like ship of Theseus thing, right? You know, if we take down all the planks of wood off a ship and then rebuild it one plank at a time,
yeah,
is it the same ship or not? If you take all my atoms out of my body and rebuild them somewhere else, is it same as
the ship doesn't have a brain?
If I have all my thoughts and my conscience, I think it's still me.
Someone has all your thoughts and conscience. They downloaded it, pirated that shit.
I'll be happy being a clone. I will live my life happily knowing the fact that
your clone will be happy.
Killed my previous self to create a new clone of me.
As we're back in live, game continues.
Happy clone, as they say, happy clone, happy life.
Happy clone, happy. The meeple words to live by.
Doesn't rhyme, but we'll go with it. We'll workshop that one. Richard, we'll workshop that one.
Up top, they're looking to set up on the Void Spirit. If he shows himself, he does have Shield Rune though, and he's going to be pretty wise about it. Just using the Remnants. Could have gone jumped by 4 heroes, but GPK not going to fall for that one.
Aghanim Scepter Centaur now as well. And if it wasn't hard enough killing these Betboom heroes, they've got another layer of safety and save.
This is strange though, seeing Zayat in his own base, not sniping couriers, not stealing stuff, not out there on the map. This is awkward.
BKB for Void Spirit too.
Oh no, they want to jump him. He's gonna play just safe. These spirits, they keep getting threatened. 30-minute mark is about to hit, so Tormentor's gonna spawn soon. Might see Betboom make their way over. Then again, 3 minutes on the Aegis, they might get ideas to go high ground. One single pickoff can definitely enable them.
Oh, for sure. Navi. Really desperate for this one moment to strike. Just to hold on to the game, but every lane trending towards their base. It's got to be maintained.
Oh, he's pinging the Tormentor on Sven. He wants to try and take it. Has his ulti. Can he solo it? I think Puck is coming to help him. Soloing it would be a little bit hard, but yeah, pops the ulti. They will know that ulti was spent for this, I think. I think that they're good enough on Betboom to realize that Sven didn't take this without using ulti, not with Mars and, you know, Earth Spirit showing themselves in base all the time.
So it's go time.
So this might be a timing to abuse. Yeah, I think they'll punch it here.
So all they need now is a little bit of vision. A high ground ward.
Any hero, yeah.
There's a bit of info where the puck is potentially, and Kiritich says, I am the info, I am the go. In onto Niku, dead already. Ice Blast off the mark as well. Now, Puck does have buyback.
Yeah, you really don't want to use it at the same time.
Sven, jungling.
I think they're just going to sell the bottom racks, honestly. At this point, A ulti is on cooldown as well, so they don't have anything to play for. If A ulti was ready, you probably try with a buyback and Mars jumping someone. But no, just leave bottom racks, try and buy more time. The problem is, tier 2 towers are a long, distant memory, Gareth. The entire base is open. Aegis is not going anywhere. 1.5 minutes on that.
It has got all the time in the world. And you're right, Navi just letting it crumble. watching as all of their structures.
They're expecting a wraparound. We can see the drawings on minimap coming out from BetBoom saying that Navi will probably go around us. So they're trying to keep their positioning really good. Playing close together.
Getting dismantled.
Not the fastest building damage, but when no one is defending, the buildings do lose to the heroes.
It's like escaping from a prison with a spoon. Slowly scraping away at the mortar and cement, holding together this Navi base.
New patch, Fury Swipes now works on buildings.
Yeah? Please no. God, no. You would have the techies thing where he would just go to a tier 1 and just... Yeah, let's pick Lone Druid plus Ursa. Tank with the bear, Fury Swipes in the tower. Let's kill the tier 1, minute 1.
Caretaker's just wondering, can I keep going? But Age is timing out in 30. They didn't get a ton of gold. They could go reset. It looks like he's getting kind of bored, though. I think he's just wanting to be done with this game. 23-2. I think they feel like they have what it takes to end it.
Last chance saloon for Navi. This big smoke, this Daedalus on Sven. This move needs to pay off big time. PMA jumps and misses the spear. And GPK scouts them out in the back. Curatage, Yule's up, comes down again. Got the juice, has the BKB. Trying to find a target, but doesn't find anybody. And Curatage just opens up on him. Got the juice, dead, and GG immediately. We knew it was coming. It's been an inevitability that BetBoom would take this one as they annihilate Navi.
Not much more to say, honestly. The panel was absolutely right. This was a very, very problematic situation for Navi. They couldn't get off the ground at all. Laning stage was atrocious, and we saw constant pressure coming out with it.
If they're able to, I will now hand you over to a couple of my favorite trolls, Twagamama and Gareth.
Come on, we've been nothing but kind to you, Richard.
Damn.
Lovely, lovely people. Off we go into game 2 here. As T was saying, a lot more direction, purpose, agency for the Navi heroes, being able to play the map and get stuff done. But Wagga, you were looking at this last pick and thinking about a different hero, not the troll.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking a Terrorblade could be a big hero for Navi as well. That would be a really classic counter against the Slardar, does well against the Ursa, you can sunder him. But going for the Troll, I think Troll fits very well as well. It's basically equally good against the heroes, but a different direction in how he plays. I'm going to say that I think Navi's draft here is stronger, in my opinion, than BetBoom's, like by quite a lot. I think they're in a good spot. The lane is still going to be problematic down bottom. It's Mars against Ursa. We saw what happened last time. It's going to be favored for Ursa. Ursa Warlock is always going to secure that he gets an early battlefield. That will happen. But on the other hand, we now have Zayat on Nyx. He is, if not the best player on Nyx in the world. If anyone's going to make it happen on this hero, it's him. And I really think this safe lane looks tons stronger than AA Sven. Jakiro Troll, that's fucking power.
It's so strong. It's an incredibly toxic lane. So much damage. And the fact that Troll here is into a game where there aren't any silencers, the stuns are kind of loose, you don't have hard lockdown or hexes, he's going to be able to get off all his spells, his battle trance, and be able to chase people down, net up the Ember Spirit, root the Slardar, catch people out. It could look like a good game for Got the Juice for sure. And obviously, Niku on this Storm Spirit had a rough one on the puck, but this time around, you know, compared to last time when Puck could not connect with the Earth Spirit, Storm much better at jumping in to help the Nyx Assassin find openings.
Yeah, certainly. I think on the Spirit matchup overall, Storm does fine in this lane. I think Ember is the better Spirit overall in the patch, though, and has kind of proven that over time. We've seen it in win rates as well. He's just, you know, more successful throughout Wallachia. But they have active heroes on Navi. Last time, they struggled with making moves. They struggled to get any connections. Obviously, they only got the 2 kills throughout the entire game. Now, I don't really see them having that issue. Yeah, Pano highlighted Nyx and Storm combo. They're going to be able to light someone up.
Yeah, it's felt like Ember Spirit's trajectory from laning stage to that kind of breakdown of lanes, 10 minutes in or so, with the Urn in particular, is just such a great thing that Storm Spirit doesn't have. You know, we've seen people go for this like Greaves on Storm to try and give that little bit of oomph in the kind of early mid game, but it's not quite as, or hasn't been quite as good as the Ember Spirit, who can just keep on chasing, keep on killing.
Yeah, it's very true. Storm does run out of resources a bit, and they don't have anything like a Caudal to reset him. So he'll have to make his jumps work, but that's where I see a lot of combinations. Once Mars gets a blink, Nyx is sneaking around, and they even have good damage coming through on the other support. +5 Jakiro can throw in a Macropyre to help take down some kills.
Yeah, and historically, Ember Spirit versus Storm Spirit, there's been a lot of, patches back and forth. One hero beats the other, then vice versa. I remember the old clip of Weeha versus Eternal Envy having that age-old conversation of who beats whom.
Yeah.
Where are we now?
There were a bunch of 1v1s being played back then to see who wins against each other. It's still a skill-based matchup where you can slide a fist dodge the Remnants. We see it, GPK doing it already on mid lane. I think overall, it's mostly a farm lane, to be honest.
50-50.
We rarely see anyone get a kill on it. So far, GPK is perhaps outplaying a little bit, just getting 2 more denies and getting those CS going. And as you can see, it's always attempting or succeeding in sleight of fist dodging the damage.
Yeah, I mean, back then, people were rushing Blightstone to try and chip away at people as well. Not something we see at all nowadays. And so far, so good for both of the mid laners. As we did peer into that bottom lane, a double wave grabbed up by PMA to drag behind his tower, while Kiritich is going to lap up what remains of the wave over near his little stream.
Yeah, overall the pulls are being blocked a lot, and shenanigans are abound. That's usually how lanes go against Ursa with melee heroes. You want to offset and create imbalances in the lane.
It does mean it's a little more challenging for the Nyx Assassin to try and courier snipe when there are a couple of heroes gravitating towards that in between spot, between the towers.
Jakiro is closing in on that level 3 power spike. Level 1, level 2 Jakiro is strong, but not insane. Hold up, GPK taking a lot of damage.
Power hits. Well, he still had a Fairy Fire, so he's calculated that one, but a lot of resources burnt there. As Niku, he's getting pinged out by the Ember. Seems like GPK is saying, somebody come over here and we can just kill him.
He has the Searing Chain. Niku has to be very cautious. There's a Blood Grenade and a Searing Chain, but gonna be fine for now. Soon we have Water Rune spawning. If they can hold the top one with Shadow Demon, Ember probably still won't be able to go for the bottom one, though, because he's right now very low HP.
And Dire Vision has already seen the Shadow Demon come across as well.
Kataomi is also coming, so yeah, they are going to control both the Water Runes. And no help for the poor Storm.
Slight change to start. No follow-through, but you're right. Nothing going there for Niku. And that's a couple of games in a row now.
That's Ursa left alone, though. Look at them. They're chasing after him, blood grenading.
Diving on the tower, zapping him down. Nice bit of heal, though, and Kiritich will turn around. A burst healed and Shadow Word on him, but a TP out for the Nyx Assassin. Gets Zayats out of the grasps of the bear.
Yeah, not really able to punish the absence of the Warlock.
Niku, Fairy Fire up, trying to heal under the tower. Vortex drag back, but first blood there for GPK. At least Riddies will TP in to trade.
That's a happy Jakiro. He gets to level 4 from that. Gets to take a little bit of last hits on mid as well. But nice solo kill there got by GPK.
And then top lane. They've got Disruption into Crush. Got the juice, big body blocked up. Not going to be able to kill him, but putting him in that half HP threshold where maybe he's a little more uncomfortable to play the lane.
Yeah, incredibly hard to ever go for a kill as a Slardar against the Troll, even with him being alone.
And the Whirling Axes.
Yeah, Mischance really messes with the bash damage output.
It's very annoying. Well, they utilized all these little timings, right? Bottom lane we dived because Warlock moved, top lane we dived because Jakiro moved. Everyone's spotting these weaknesses. Now Riddies has come back up top, blood grenading and getting the damage over time onto Miero. But got the juices, again, dropped low enough. And this is off of that first move where they put him at half HP. And now the second move, he's not allowed to stick around and continue fighting.
This top lane has gone much better than Miero should have been able to get, I would say. 21-1 last hits against the 28-9. Sure, Troll has got a few extra denies, but Slardar has not really been punished the way that can happen on this matchup.
Yeah, accomplishing a whole lot. Especially compared to the PMA MOUZ down at bottom lane. 14-8. Definitely lacking in the last hit department.
Yeah, it's not been going great. Obviously, Warlock and Ursa super oppressive. 6-minute rune. Zayats.
Searing Chains. And burnt down by the Flame Guard.
And
they will scout the stack as well.
Yeah, turn that into more. And that's a juicy stack as well. Triple stack.
And GPK says, great, I've got regen rune. I've got infinite resources here to take this and then return to lane. Might even think about going bottom.
Yeah, that's really massive. Yeah, because he's naturally sticking around, so he could even go... We see Nyx TPing in again. He's going to realize the Ember's still here. Not able to solo kill the Nyx on full HP. But definitely hanging around for the Wisdom, which is spawning in 30 seconds.
I'm curious if Riddies will go and try and steal on the left-hand side, getting that information that people are starting to dive bottom. Zayats will die to the neutral creep as Ember Spirit did chase him out of that Ancients area. And PMA wanders across, sees Kiritic, gets the spear back, but GPK's arrival, the chains to trap him up and some body blocks, trying to get the Ursa in line, not able to gap close on him, but this is all just to get the Wisdom Shrines, the double yet again for BetBoom.
Yeah, things are working out really well. It's not as one-sided as the previous game, but the early game is just being played cleaner by BetBoom, getting a lot for themselves. Double Wisdom is going to secure that they will get a really nice timing on this Warlock Golem and even the SD ulti as well. Now, good thing for Navi is that Riddies did get a ton of experience on his Jakiro. He's level 5. Highest level of the supports despite getting no Wisdom. That's kind of rare to see.
I'm super happy with that kill on the Ember Spirit. And I guess PMA here trying to set up for something. Catapult wave with a shadow-worded Ursa, getting some good damage on the tower. PMA has a spear, but Kiritic being healed up sends him onto tower, but the turnaround play with the Fatal Bonds seems like PMA a little uncomfortable. They need this additional rotation. Got the Juice's Troll. 8 minutes in, TPing bottom, but still unable to finish a kill. And now with save coming in, a banish at the jump, Kiritic turns back, and Na'Vi feeling overconfident, looking for any kills and reactions they can find. Getting picked apart as Zayat is burning down with that little urn tick on him, gets into the Roche pit and denies himself again. Is that 3?
Zayat is just farming different ways to die. He's tied to the Ancients, tied to the Roche, tied to the Ember. He's finding all the different enemies that can take him down. That's a really painful move, though. Got the Juice TPing down there. Ultimately, they didn't have Storm ready to TP and join for the kill. If Storm had mana and TP ready, that would have been a super easy kill on the Ursa. He was only level 5, sitting right in front of the tower. They spear and push him towards the tower. But Storm not being ready and Got the Juice trying to be the one to come down there, resulting in nothing, is not only failing him, but that also allowed Slardar to have a ton of time undisturbed.
Well, they're making Riddies happy. Gets to sit top lane. Now Niku will join up with a Jakiro, pops a Lotus and a Fairy Fire, but that magic damage burst will bring him down.
That's an important kill that they got, at least. It does allow Jakiro to do some poking on the tower, but as Ember sniping couriers, I think he realizes.
Clears out camp. Just drag that wave in there. And I guess this is the period now where we're just going to be seeing Got the Juice farm jungle camps. Try and get to that Battle Fury so he can scale up.
He tried his one aggressive move. I think now he's gonna chill. He's like, guys, I already spent time trying to help you. It didn't result in anything. We just lost the fight. I threw myself, you know. Now he's gonna go and hit creeps.
Still a very similar game, though, for both Ursa and Troll. Similar net worth, similar itemization. Get that Battle Fury, get farmed.
This is concerning.
Similar timing.
This is concerning, though. Zayat's level 3.5 at 10 minutes. It's not that he isn't level 6 at 10 minutes, which is already kind of sad. He's not level 4, man.
Or 5.
Yeah.
That's rough. Where's the Tome of Wisdom? Where's the Tome of Knowledge? Warlock, can I borrow your book, please? Kataomi.
He basically needs mid lane. I think he needs to sit there, but that's where Ember also just dove him. So he's trying to be leeching experience, but great ward on the mid lane as well.
Yeah, having no tier 1s mid or bottom lane makes it very hard for one of these supports who's behind to try and catch up. So you can't just go and kill creeps either.
It's also a fact that the Spirit Vessel is complete on Ember, so now he has enough damage to solo kill him. And with the Haste Rune, he's moving top. They want to get this Troll. There's a big commitment. Ursa's here too.
Well, let's see Riddies first. They want to dive in deeper, though. Right onto the Troll in the back, where Ursa, alongside the Ember Spirit, is chasing him down. Got the Juice, not even going to bother popping ulti there. Tried to deny to neutrals, but it's finished off by GPK, while Riddies is getting finished off as well by Miero. In the mid lane, Storm is being defeated by an Ember Spirit. GPK feeling very bold, aggressively diving under tower.
Oh,
Spirit Vessel on Niku is going to get him the solo double kill.
GPK, man, he's popping off. He's killing everything right now.
He was top lane a second ago.
He had the Haste Rune, and they didn't respect it enough. He made it all the way over there. GPK is the man of the hour, 5-1-0.
He's cruising. 5,600 net worth. Having a grand old time.
He's going face boots too, so he can keep the high tempo going. Just run at people. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, armor against Troll also feels really nice.
Yeah, Not bad at all. And meanwhile, while he's creating all this space, Kirchik is just like, yep, I hit creeps, getting my Battle Fury. Good thing my team is owning.
It was only moments ago where we saw them dead even, the Troll and the Ursa, but now that Ursa is starting to gap the Troll, his Battle Fury will come that much faster.
There's been a lot of pressure onto the poor Troll, and also the one move he made, let's not forget, that did slow down his farm a lot as well.
PMA again aiming for the Yule Scepter and Blink. Yules against Ursa makes so much sense. Into the Enrage.
Only so many ways that Troll can farm right now, and SD and Warlock, they realize this. They're moving in, checking. They see camps on the left, so gonna check on the right. They see him.
Oh, the classic ganking squad.
Yeah, they're here. The SD ulti is gonna ruin any dream of survival as well, I think.
They've sent the drones in to scout. Ember Spirit's not going to get the catch on Got the Juice, though. So that's going to signal the end, as the Dire also did scan that. So Troll felt it coming.
Oh, nice. Got the Juice, can keep farming.
Oak from Na'Vi. So they've seen this move come across. And they want to try and react here to the tower push. They dropped the Golem as BetBoom on tier 1.
Can they fight this? I guess with Mars TP, maybe?
It still seems like a rough one.
Yeah.
Zayat's level 4. They don't really have a big item, right? There's no mech yet. It's being delivered for the Storm.
They don't really have the ultis, yeah. They think better of it. They back out. They realize that BetBoom are all together. This was more a move that wanted to find a pick-off. They wanted to find a single hero, maybe Ursa, maybe Ember alone, and then could have worked.
This Observer Ward, though, a defensive one by the Radiant Ancients, has seen Niku slip in behind.
Yeah.
He's going to go for the high ground TP. Nothing to stop him.
Smart. Get to safety. Miero is going to say thanks. You brought the Ancients low HP for me. I can quickly clear and finish these. And that will push him very close to his Blink Dagger. And that will be a dangerous timing when Ember, already being high mobility, gets joined by the Slardar having his Blink Dagger, and then Ursa getting Blink Dagger later on. The full jumping squad is going to be online.
Nowhere safe. You might not even have time to react. You know, there's Ball Lightning and Battle Trance. Very good defensive tools to be able to get you out of danger. If you get jumped on from fog, you just don't have that ability to react.
Yeah, Storm is going for the Greaves builds. Trying to give himself mana and HP for his team as well.
And do what you can to keep that sustain going.
I think more problematic is the Mars doesn't even have the Yule Scepter yet.
Is he close to 6 on Nyx?
No. Not that close. He's level 5, so that 5 is a number that's in the proximity of 6. But,
it is.
But as far as 5 goes, he's 5 1/4. So
nearby.
Yeah, he needs a lot more. I guess he's a third of the way.
Not a fun game for him though at all.
No,
It's cracked 2k net worth though. That's
yeah. Unfortunately, I think net worth doesn't even matter much for a Nyx because it's all about whether you have ulti, can run around and find pickoff, set up for your Storm. And right now, he's not doing that.
because that was the whole point, right? Nyx unlocks the Storm to play aggressively.
Yeah, and that's not happened at all in the first 15 minutes of the game. And that's making Niku's impact on this game very, very difficult.
Yeah, in effect, you've lost the impact of 2 heroes just through one having a bad game. Very hard for Zayats. And Na'Vi on the back foot completely here. Deep on their side of the river. A line of heroes just farming neutral camps to try and get to these primary item timings. Very comfortable on the other side for BetBoom with a 4k lead. Ember Spirit shining golden on the scoreboard as well. Ready to strike into the hearts of Na'Vi as they gather up in mid.
He's gonna lead the way for his team as well, I think. Thinking about going in, he knows there's probably a ward on the high ground, but he will brave it. They give him the heal, he can lead the way.
He can play so confidently. Water straight in, under enemy vision. They'll get the golem drop on the Mars with the Fatal Bonds on 3. Massive damage to blow up PMA. Niku has to dip away.
He does have Searing Chain soon. Jakiro doesn't really have the luxury of jumping.
And Miero didn't see him.
Nice TP.
Well done by Riddies.
Yeah, I found a nice little pocket to TP out in. But again, with the Golem, they're just laying into the mid tower.
It's Roche time soon, huh? 16 minutes. DD for Ursa. Oh, DD for GPK. Fair enough.
Yeah, Ursa doesn't even need it. Let GPK have it since he's the one owning the game right now.
I thought they would have just walked into the pit with that, but they want to go for more kills. They are hungry boys. Keep playing into this area where the Radiant scan.
You see a Jakiro. Yule Scepter still on cool or
Not the Mars again. PMA He just wants to come and hit some creeps and finish off an item.
I like the little thing that he does, by the way, a detail on GPK right there. He sends in the Remnant, then Sleight of Fists, and then uses Searing Chain. That way he guarantees, even with a full creep wave there, MOUZ has no percentage chance of not getting hit by a Searing Chain. A lot of Embers would just Sleight of Fist and try and Searing Chains, but throwing the Remnant is like a nice little micro detail that makes a difference.
Oh, I thought for a moment there they'd go for a setup on GPK, but that's a level 12, 1500 HP Ember. Level 4 Flame Guard, but they're still going to go for it. Oh, they've got the damage. They sure do. Big kill for Niku. 500 gold there.
That's maybe a start to something. Important experience as well getting from this.
And that's how important that Nyx level 6 is. He literally gets it, and they get a kill on a big hero.
Yeah, an immediate takedown. It will not stop the Roshan though, as BetBoom, of course, can do it easily with just the 2 on the offlane and the carry. But this gives them some time to start sieging up on the tower. Mars is farming top. He might be the target. And his jumps quickly taken down. Slardar, the double blink timing we talked about earlier.
Yeah. There's just nowhere for him to live. It's uninhabitable across the map for the Mars.
He's completely left behind. I mean, at this point, he's joining the supports. Look at the net worth. He's closer to his supports than he is to the cores at this stage. It's, yeah, he will not have an impact. If this game is going to be a win, it needs to be on the back of Troll and Storm going absolutely insane.
Yeah, someone's got to be the sacrifice when the Troll is taking up all the farm. He's still looking pretty decent, though. Storm and Troll, 2nd and 3rd in the net worth, not too far behind the Ursa. So Navi are keeping up in that regard. Yeah, farm is a matter of, yes, you'll have damage and gap close, but will you have team fight and control if your Mars isn't able to actually get in there?
Yeah, positioning will be a really important thing. Getting on the backline, those 2 backline supports. Storm, gonna try and get the safety. Has a lot of mana to keep jumping.
Already he's gonna show himself, though. I'm sat behind the Storm Spirit as a backup buddy plan. That'll be the freebie for GPK.
Yeah, Storm will make it back and keep farming a little bit on the way. Not being chased for now. It's ever so difficult to get out on the map. And with the Aegis, Ursa can solo hold the top area. Even though it's a scary thing to be left alone farming while your team is playing bottom, Kirchek is not showing any signs of fear yet. He will give some respect and just back out though, realizing he has Ancients to go and clear. So Nyx ulti is ready again. 40 seconds now for the Tormentor. A pickoff could be massive for Navi before that.
Difficult to find individual BetBoom heroes, though. Division is pretty good up here, seeing the Ursa, Slardar, and the Warlock all approaching the top left corner. They are gathering their forces in the northern jungle. Radiant have scanned the Storm moving from mid to top, so BetBoom have a pretty good idea that Navi are in the area.
Navi aren't that weak right now. They have the Yule Scepter. They can lift the Ursa and just keep him away.
And it's just Ursa Warlock. Slardar, Shadow Demon, Ember Spirit, they're playing from mid up through top. We could have a wraparound with a pincer effect,
Yules.
but a Yule Scepter catching this blink from Slardar. Miero's tagged up and trapped in the arena. Vortex stuns the save, hang on. Disruption's there, but the macro power in place, and a good stun from the Nyx. Niku gets the kill. Riddies gets munched on by the Ursa, though, as Ember Spirit dodges the spear, gets on PMA, and another takedown. Navi, though, pretty happy in some regard. They've got a kill.
Yeah, they got something and tried to get out of here. Not going to be able to survive on the Mars, of course. So top Tormentor will fall, but they created more space again for the Troll. He needs to get some key items. Manta Style is going to be his 2nd item after Battle Fury. Very important game to get some dispels going for him against the Searing Chains, the Fatal Bonds. It can be a scary thing if you pop ulti as Troll and you don't really die, but you have Fatal Bonds on you, your entire team could get deleted.
Oh, true, yeah. I'm going to need to think about the Active Scepter later on.
Look at the golds. It's one piece.
How many bounty runes? No one's been down here.
He's gonna enjoy them slowly too. Look at him, a connoisseur. Oh yes, drink all that.
Just do a little bit of tasting.
Been a while since someone was in that area.
Nice bounty rune platter.
The charcuterie of Dota.
Lovely.
It's really just one thing though. It's literally one item, but I guess they have different amount of gold. It counts.
Hey, you got different types of cheddar cheese.
You want a 52 gold bounty? Fine year.
I guess now it's not aged anymore, is it? You can't have the farmhouse vintage cheddar cheese for aged for 12 months in a.
No, they spoil over time.
I spoil over time.
They're gonna probably add that soon. Make bounty runes give less and less gold the longer they sit there.
Pick them up faster.
The decay.
Play quicker. Hang on. They knew where Niku was.
They see him.
Hello, how you doing?
That was a nice jump with the Slardar, but then the Blinks couldn't get onto the high ground. Got the juices farming under enemy vision. They're going through the gate, but he's using Manta Style to scout if someone's coming, and he does see them. There, heads up.
Zayat's really wanted to de-ward, but it's still spooky up there. Kills a sentry and then runs away.
Yeah, thinks better of it. Just stay, fight another day. For how bad the game is going, they're only 5,000 gold behind, which honestly isn't that big of a gap. And if you can hold on to, any form of status quo, 5,000 gold lead 10 minutes from now is going to be very insignificant. So it's just a matter of don't bleed too many kills and keep looking to find something with the Storm Nyx ultis. They go with the ulti right now. Vendetta is going to go and scout for a Storm. And this serves double purpose. If you find someone alone, they can kill it. If he doesn't find someone, he's still acting as a smoke shield, keeping the Storm safe.
Early warning system, yeah.
Exactly.
See anybody coming. And they also have Mars and Troll, Jakiro reasonably nearby, so if a proper fight starts brewing, they can react.
Oh, they see
Bet Boom. They want to bring everybody down here, though. 4 men smoke up.
Oh, they saw everybody. This ward, it saw everyone walk by it, so Bet Boom have perfect information right now.
They've all gone through the gate, bar the Troll and Jakiro. Oh,
got the juice, got the greed.
Go through the door, but the farm was there, and that means Kiritich can get onto the Troll. Na'Vi, I don't think they can react in time. Got the juice will battle traps, but he's held by the chains. That's absolutely lights out for the Troll Warlord here. Banishment to make sure that he's secured up and taken down.
He just wanted to farm one more camp before leaving, Gareth. It's always that last camp that gets you. Just farm the siege creep
just
as
one
well.
More creep,
yeah,
yes, well. One more creep, one more camp.
You can finish off that last creep. Don't worry.
And it's so much easier to do when you're in like a desperate situation where you're trying to catch up, turn the game.
It's
you know that
also,
every little helps.
It's also this thing where everyone else was going through the gate at the same time, and when you're behind, you really want to be efficient about farming, so the more you go to the same area, the more you choke each other out and farm less. So he's just trying to be efficient. Sadly, this time it was the wrong call.
Crabs in a bucket. Kataomi drops the golem for the mid tier 2. Forces the glyph quite early there.
What's crabs in a bucket?
Crabs in a bucket. When you've got crabs in a bucket and they're trying to crawl out, they grab each other and bring each other down.
It's like
no
like
one can escape. If you can't escape, I can't escape.
So it's like humans drowning each other when you try and rescue someone who's out.
Crabs in a bucket.
So it's not just us; it's the crabs too. And crabs are the peak life form. I hear.
Carcinization.
Yes.
I mean, how many times? Like 20 times. Evolution has trended towards crab form. It's great.
I too shall become a crab.
20 might be an exaggeration, but that's our job. We exaggerate here.
Well, Nyx leading the way with Vendetta again, scouting for his team. There is a smoke behind him. Ursa is heading over. He does not have BKB in inventory just yet. It's on the courier behind him.
Straight onto Miero with the Yules up. Spear pins him. And Betboom are coming across. The damage from Kiritich onto PMA clears him out, and Miero has survived? He's still got 400 health. The bubble buys even more time as GPK can try and gap close on the Storm. Low mana for Niku. No resources left. Another jump from Miero. He got started on and he'll finish it.
Oh, it was so close to connecting to the right hero there. Unfortunately, they get onto the Slardar. Of course, they were smoking blindly. That's why you always want to smoke with vision in front of you. It always feels nicer. You know where you're going. They were just ships in the dark looking for something. And sadly, what they find was a 3,000 HP Slardar.
And Roshan has spawned as well for them. They've not realized. They could have quickly gone into the pit and taken it, but it looks like Betboom, other things on their mind here. Invading enemy ancients over towards their observe ward, where they've seen Riddies wander towards this spot. GPK, with the help of the upheaval, slowing everything down in the soup.
Yeah, the soup. The best spell there is.
That's pretty bad nowadays. It used to be very fun.
It has its moments, you know. You just need to be forgotten as Warlock and left. We've seen a few moments actually where Warlocks have just dominated fights here at Wallachia by just standing and kind of getting ignored.
We've also had games where there are no stuns.
That's true. And then Warlock is a great pick because he has a stun.
He does have a stun. Yeah,
it's one of the biggest stuns in Dota, actually. Name one stun that's bigger
than Golem.
Yeah,
big offering, like
size-wise
size-wise AoE. But is Ravage the same size? Is Ravage bigger?
Ravage is bigger,
Ravage
I think.
Is bigger, right?
On the max level, I'm sure it's bigger. I'll actually look that up because, you know, right now it's kind of... whoa, Nyx, double kill!
Oh, he got him! Squadron down. The Jets are scrambled. And Miero can't even catch the bug. GBK. Got to be careful into Troll. You don't want to get ensnared and chased. Although he does have a BKB. And got the juice. He's going to get bashed, controlled, forced to battle trance, and just killed. Was it even a battle trance anyway? That was awkward. BetBoom sensing that they've got a big lead to take here. A double kill for Kiritich. Sensing that also Navi falling apart.
Yeah, they're just snowballing right now with the advantage that they have overall. Built up confidence with the Aegis as well. Wisdom is spawning, and at least Zayat is gonna get the Wisdom going for his own team. So level 2 on that ulti. Took a long time for him to get the ulti at all in this game, but now he has it on level 2. Doesn't really make that much bigger of a difference. Anything you can get though.
It's just really sad watching a hero get all the space and time in the world. 30 minutes of farming. 16,000 net worth. Troll is 0-3-0.
All right.
Impact versus net worth, I think, is a 1 out of 10 currently.
I think we have different concepts of all the space in the world. the first 15 minutes, I think a good 7 of those, he had like 4 players going for him non-stop. So
yeah, but then PMA was, you know, feeding his balls off, trying to give him space. They're moving across the map. You know, they opened the map for the Troll for a long time, right?
My favorite form of space.
My Mars is feeding.
my offlaner having the net worth of the enemy Warlock. Wait,
but it's true, though. They've been sacrificing so much to get this Troll off the ground, right? You know, they've spun the propellers, they've filled it with fuel, and then all of a sudden they realize they've not put the frickin' wings on the plane.
I think there were some really big things that the panel will have to talk about later, how the Troll made those early moves. And
to like the bottom.
Connect, right? He TP'd down bottom and had to run away, got nothing, gave space to Slardar. And the fact that Slardar was already doing better than he should have in the lane, I think. There was outplay happening in this game. So yeah, the Troll, it should serve as a lane-dominating hero. If he just wanted to farm, TB would have been the better. We talked about TB versus Troll as an option in this game. For how this game developed, TB would have been a hero that you could rely on as, okay, he's big enough now, maybe he can carry. Troll, you're supposed to shut down lane and get stuff done earlier on. You want to be that hero taking Roche, not Ursa.
And you also want to be the dominant force on the map, right? You want to be the one who's top of net worth, so you and your item timings are ahead of the curve, ahead of the BKB Ember, ahead of the Agnim's Ursa. But because you are behind, all these items for BetBoom are hitting and clicking, so we're going to see those heroes who could have suffered against Troll now flourish. Miero also has an opening on PMA to blast down the Mars. Zayat gets picked by Kiritich further off to the side. And we'll get back to watching Got the Juice hit creeps.
Is this funny, like, ostrich moment, like head in the sand kind of thing where they're killing people and Storm is right next to it, just farming creeps like, yeah, I know, guys, I know.
Finger in his ears, like, la 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 la.
I don't see this. I'm not with you guys.
See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil.
Very much. See no Ember, speak no Ember.
We're going to see no base in a minute. BetBoom coming for your tier 3. Glyph up. There's the Roshan banner even. And now Glyph up for Navi. Has that win probability.
Basher,
68%.
Basher and BKB are complete on the Troll, but he needs his team.
He's being poked at from long range by Miero, jumping in and out. The barracks are falling. Storm will zip in to try and deal with the wave. Still under that Roshan banner. And Storm Spirit pretty low on the mana pool now. Has to go back to Fountain.
Yeah, try and get everything ready. I think they're recognizing this on BetBoom. They're saying, okay, the power spike isn't that weak from Navi, so they're backing out and respecting. Look at Miero, though, revealing the split. Expecting it. Saya's keeping tab on them, but Storm is not even here. Storm is again back to hitting creeps. No TP ready on him as well, so Navi gonna be stuck in base for a little while.
Yeah, BetBoom with a systematic approach.
They have to smoke out. There's no way you can just stay in here. At least they're pushing mid with the illusions. I think right now they need to just look for some form of move with the ultis.
It's pretty simple though for BetBoom. From that mid lane push through the enemy ancients, take out a lot of the high value farming land that Navi would want to go and grab, and twin gate to the Tormentor. And what's Steven doing?
Steve?
Poor Steven.
He's all alone. Where's his
all
family?
The Hunchback of Koboldia.
He was abandoned. Also, Golem Get You Gone got nothing on the kobolds.
He is lurching over. Thiat disappears. Well, Bears come out of hibernation as Navi are going to try and disengage from Got the Juice and PMA. Defensive arena, but chains from GBK into the back and BKB'd up. Freedom for him, and BetBoom reigns supreme. Fatal Bonds on Got the Juice, he BKBs and traps us up, but he's dead. Getting demolished, and Navi, without their high-value carry, don't have anything left in the tank. Another game where it feels like BetBoom just have their number, twist the knife, and make life so hard for Navi.
They have so much survivability, and the save coming out from, well, save with his Blink, Ether Lance on Shadow Demon. He can disrupt anybody who gets focused. They have the Aghanim Scepter on the Slardar to tank him up. Ursa has Aghanim Scepter to react to anything that happens. And Ember, he's just looked absolutely dominant in this game. Been part of 21 kills even.
40 seconds, no troll.
Can I just say I appreciate Kataomi's stats though? I think that stat line, that's a true plus 5. This is like a testament. The score line of a true support.
What's he at, 0, 4, and 20 or something?
0, 0, 19.
Oh, Niku gets stunned. Oh, baby.
Oh, he got the last hit on that. It ruined his kill score.
Oh, no.
Now he's 1, 0, and 19.
Well, GG called in the end. Navi out of this one with a bit of a whimper as BetBoom just looked, I don't know, leaps and bounds ahead, an upper echelon compared to their opponents in this series.
Yeah, it totally did. It looked like one of